bro. If it ain't TikTok, we ain't trying to watch a battle rap thing.
Ask them that.
My ascension is through the roof. I peaked interest. That's what I specialize in.
Here's what you about to do, sorry, bro.
I've been the best. I've been the best. Period.
Where's my man? Battle rap fiend. Get on this shit.
What's goody, what's goody, what's goody? I'm about to do this young inside the mind of a battle rapper with the homie Sheed Happens here. See if I can go ahead and get him on the line real brief. Go ahead and get this invite brief. See where he at, see if I can get him to pull up real brief. To pull up. I invite him. Yeah, I got him invited. I'm just waiting for him to pull up. What's going on, dead ass? Gonna wait for the kid. She happens to pull up real brief. You feel me? Make sure I got him in here. Bull in here. I'm waiting for him to pull up here real brief. Young Bull was he was snapping. Snapping. I'm good, dead ass man. I'm good, G. I'm good. Coming off this young COVID, you feel me? This COVID was something tough. Real tough. It's something I ain't really I dealt with it like the first time, like last year, you feel me? And it was it was rough, real rough, but this time around it wasn't that bad. But when you get that COVID, it takes you out of commission for real. And I wasn't able to work at all, so it's low key frustrating. Not even low key, it was high key frustrating. Feel me? So went on ahead and was losing bread off that, unfortunately. But it is what it is. As long as I'm in good health right now, that's all that really matters to me. You feel me? It kind of sucked because the kids were sick too, so I wasn't really feeling that. But I think that was the one that actually got me sick for real. I was feeling just fine up until they was crowded around me and got me sick. I was mad as hell. It's like, how y'all gonna do this to your pops? This is not it. Not it. I'm trying to get him in here. Brief. See if I can re-invite him. Let me see if I can go ahead and let's see if he's actually gonna be able to get in this mug real brief. Go ahead and tag him real brief. Yeah, G, I appreciate it, man. It was something tough, bro. Something tough. What's going on, Zo? Something real tough, my guy. Had to go ahead and at least I was able to go ahead and watch the battles. You feel me? I almost wasn't gonna be able to because I wasn't feeling right. But after I saw that face off, I was like, wait a minute, I might have to go ahead and tune in real brief and see if I can wrap my head around a couple of bars. Because when I got that COVID, man, it's hard for me to even go ahead and comprehend a lot of things. Appreciate it, Zo. Appreciate it, man. It takes a lot of energy to do this shit, man. For real. I gotta real life transform into these cats. It's hard as hell. Especially trying to get these bars down. It's more so especially when I'm sick, man. Like it's hard. It's hard. What's going on, She? Yeah, man. Go ahead and I invited you, G. We re-invite you. You get that invite? Yeah. There we go. There we go.
You know I got you.
Got you dialed in right now, G.
One, break the wall. Break down
Yo, yo, yo! Shit! I wasn't thinking. I wasn't expecting that, G. My
You
man's put up
deserve it.
with the Chris Jericho, the Y2J
You
joint.
deserve it. What the fuck? You deserve it. All the work you've been putting in, man. I gotta bless your platform, man.
I'm hollering. My man's came up with the hold up. I need you to play that again, real brief. Play that again, real brief, G.
No problem. We coming
Play
back.
that
We right
again,
back.
real
We
brief.
right
Let
back.
me get my Chris Jericho on.
You ready? Let me know when you're ready.
Hit it.
Hold up. We back.
All right, hey.
Come on. You know I got you. Yeah. One, break the wall. Break down the walls. Put down the what you want, baby.
Come on, baby. Yeah, we in there. We live and direct.
We back here, man. What
It's
it
like
do,
the blind to
man?
a battle rapper with the kid real sheet happens, man. Yo,
What it do, man?
I wasn't expecting that, my guy. I wasn't expecting that, my guy.
Hey, let me lower this table so I
You
can
a
see what's
fool. You a
going
fool
on with
for
you,
that one,
brother.
man. You had me like, yo, you had me in low key tears for real, man.
My man. How you doing out here today, man?
I'm good, G. I'm good, man. How you feeling?
I'm doing good, man. You know what I'm saying? I think the high finally weared off from this weekend, man. And I'm ready to put in work. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready to get my shit together for these next couple of days and go back out there and do another show. You know what I'm saying? I've been saying Mamba mentality.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you can go down there and do a 360 all you want to. It's still worth 2 points. You know what I'm saying? Like we gotta go back. We gotta get back on defense. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm on right now. So I'm it's crazy because in this tournament shit, you don't get a lot of time. You can ask a lot of battle rappers. When you done a battle, especially when you're doing real good, when you've done good, you kind of be like, I'm glad that's over. I get to watch my feedback, this and that, and just bask in that moment. But in this shit right here, man, you got to keep going. You don't even really get a chance to do that. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, man. That's why I was like, I almost didn't want to take too much of your time, man, because I know you got to focus on your craft and whatnot. And it's only a week's time, so you got to go ahead and get right back in the lab. Well, I was going to ask you how you feel about coming off that W for real.
For real, I feel good. You know what I'm saying? I feel good about it. Murder, shout out to Murder, man. I say that all day, man. I think Murder is just a great talent. You know what I'm saying? He get a lot of slack for a lot of comparisons and things and so forth. He's in the shadow. And we actually we talked about a lot of things that we were going to do before he actually picked my name at the drawing. So I was like, damn, man, we kind of had a plan of some things we was going to do. So, but we knew coming into this tournament, it was a chance that, we could pick each other just like me and Swervo. Me and Swervo, that's like my mans, you know what I'm saying? Like, so me and him was, that was one of my biggest things that I didn't want to pick my nigga Swervo. So right when I dropped my defense, I ended up getting picked by Murder, you know what I'm saying? But coming off that win, man, it's just, I'm just humbled, man. I'm just humbled, man. And it just don't stop from here, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Shout out,
man.
matter of fact, I do see Swerve in the chat, man. Shout out to OSBL. I think I
I'm
saw
not gonna lie, man. I'm not gonna lie, man. Like I said, I was before you even hopped on. I had COVID, so I low key wasn't gonna watch the battles, bro. Like, 'cause I just wasn't feeling it. I wasn't feeling it at all. But I went on ahead and I watched the face off, and y'all had me weak as hell, bro. Weak
Yeah,
as
man.
hell. Like
Yeah,
you
man.
said, I'm not worried about Blade. Real brief. I fell
Yeah,
out, bro. I fell out.
yeah,
Wifey was like, "Hey, man, you gotta go somewhere. You over here
yeah,
coughing too
man.
much and you laughing. You gotta go somewhere." So I went in the room and was watching the rest of the face off, and I was like, "You know what? I need to tune in." And then
Yeah,
you
yeah,
popped up, and what really inclined me, bro, is that I'm like, okay, this is different. You way different from from everybody else. And
yeah,
before I
yeah,
get into that, you was talking about murder real brief. How
yeah.
y'all come up with the same color outfit?
Yo, he got out the car, right? And he like, I can't see his bottom half. Like he out the window like, she, no, she, no. And I'm like, what the fuck you talking about? No. He's such a dark motherfucker. His presence and everything. And in my mind, I'm saying, let me go ahead and wear something light that I never really wear so I can stand out. And
Mm-hmm.
plus I had these Louis that I wanted to match with. I said, all right, we're going with that color right there. And when he stepped out the car, I said, oh, this motherfucker, we look like a 2-on-2 team. I was like, what the fuck are you doing, man? But, we made it work, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to Murder, man. I see it. Shout out to Bum Nitty in the chat, too. I be seeing them, too, man. Shout out to Sue in the chat, man. But, yeah, we here, man. We here, man. I'm just ready to move forward, you know what I'm saying?
All right, G. Yeah. So, like I said, this I came up with this concept it's inside the mind of a battle rapper. So, it's kind of on the same lines since I be impersonating y'all. Like it came up to me as
First of
like
all, bro,
how
I'm sorry to cut you off. Can you get your trophy, please?
I'm
Because
gonna go
you've
ahead
been
and accept.
putting in
Let me go
work.
ahead and accept it.
There you go. It's dropped off, man. Can you go ahead and get your
I do
trophy?
like my man
Because
Dave Chappelle.
yeah,
What's it called when he was
hey fool. If you don't mind, I'm gonna bring some of what we was talking about in DM to light.
okay.
How I've seen you do your thing, you know what I'm saying? And I've always was like, man, I can't wait till I get to a status where this nigga can just actually imitate what I'm saying type of thing. Cause you can tell
Mm-hmm.
even with the section that you pick that you really know what's going on type of thing. What
Mm-hmm.
you choose to imitate, it's like you pick some of the most difficult parts too. And for that being said, you gotta have do you rap, son? Like do you
Nah, man.
for
Like
real?
I tried it back in the day because my pops is he's a musician and he rapped here and there, but he really ain't really go nowhere. So I was just able to really go ahead and kind of like jump off of him. I tried to get on a couple tracks, but that
Yeah.
was way back in the day, and it just didn't pop off like I wanted it to. But I'm really a comedian at heart, man, and
Okay, got you,
like
got
I
you.
usually impersonate my family members and whatnot. And
Got
so
you, got you.
I've been trying to like really get on just by I was gonna do stand up at one point in time,
Mm-hmm.
but I've been making videos for years. So,
Okay,
but
got you, got
when
you.
COVID came and this TikTok joint, I saw somebody do some battle rap TikToks, and I was like, oh, where you could do this? I was like,
Yeah,
okay, let me
yeah,
go ahead and
yeah, yeah.
try this real brief. But like the
Yeah,
level
man,
of
you
difficulty is
taking
it's
over,
way different.
man. You have taken over, man. Like seriously, like it's like little levels that that your career is climbing. You know what I'm saying? And I
Hmm.
think battle rap Fiend to get an imitation from you is one of those things. You know what I'm saying? You got
Appreciate that, man.
you got champion, you got battle rap Fiend, you got another milestone is like a hot 9-7 freestyle type. Is
Hmm.
these things that just let you know that you're on your way, like type of thing like that. So I even appreciate you doing that, man.
Love,
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give you your flowers early. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate that, G. I appreciate that for real.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie, man. You was hard to imitate, bro. You was
yeah.
hard to imitate. Like I ain't
Yeah,
have no lavender, but I had
yeah.
burgundy. So I was like, okay, you got you got a lavender set on, but I got a
Yeah,
burgundy set that I could go ahead and rock. So let me
man.
go ahead and put this joint on. And I was like, man, like I saw you, bro, and like I said, you stood out so much. Just like
Yeah.
your the way your cadence is. Like you low key reminded, like when you started rapping, I was like, okay, you kind of like the way you switch your tones and whatnot. You kind of reminded me of Bill just a little bit.
Yeah, yeah.
And
I get that
I was
comparison.
wondering, like, is you kind of draw influence from him, or who do you really draw influence from?
Actually, not at all. It wasn't until you know, recently I started getting some comparisons to Bill Collector, and shout out to Billiano. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people try to steer away from don't do that, man. That's man, he is one of the greats, you know, type of thing. So for
Facts.
me to even get compared to him is an honor. You know what I'm saying? When I think it's more so the unorthodox lane is wide open. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So it's like when you get another unorthodox person, they're not saying, I want to see Sheed versus blah, blah, blah. I want to see Sheed for JC or something. They just saying Bill, you know, because
Right.
automatically that lane right there, it's automatically telling me a level of entertainment. You know, like, man,
Exactly.
can you imagine Bill versus him? Like, oh my
That's what
God, that's
I
entertainment.
said that in the chat. I was like,
Yeah.
yo, Steve versus Bill would be fire to me.
Yeah.
Because
You
it's
want to
like
know
I
something
can
crazy?
see. Go
Like
ahead.
the nigga the executive producer P, shout out to P, he when I dropped my battle versus when I had my battle versus G-Lo, P, when it was done, P said to me, says, you got such inquired taste of style that either the fans are gonna love you or hate you, type of
Mm-hmm.
thing. And then the first example he said, Bill Collector. It's a lot that they had to digest to. And the thing about it is, I started thinking about, let's look at all of the greats who went through so much scrutiny before we really appreciated who they was. Twerk, you know what I'm saying? Why he sound like that? Why he always doing that? Bill Collector, oh, he too goofy. He do this and this and that. You know what I'm saying? It's just a lot of the Jack Boy. He danced too much. He everywhere. He can't come. But look at the greats. You know, the greats are not going to knock on your door and just tell you you're great. You know, type of thing
Mm-hmm.
like that. You got to really be invested into them, and you got to really give motherfuckers a chance. You know, so if you let a motherfucker blossom, I think that's the interesting thing about the URL tournament. The URL tournament is giving battle rappers development in such a quick pace that you get to grow with the new artists, you know, type of things. Like, man,
Right.
if he can get this down, if he can get this down, he'll be dangerous. Sue Surf told me right when he was shaking my hand, he was like, yo, you are crazy. If you can compact some of that, you'll be ridiculous. And I'm taking heed to it, you know, type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Being under these certain lights and under this type of pressure, you know, I'm just literally pause. I'm taking it all in. Pause. Jeez, I was trying to find something else to say. But other than that, man, we here, man. We here, man. I'm ready and I'm excited for the next round.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, man. Like I think, and then just before I kind of get into everything, man. Like when I was when I was watching you, now I went on ahead and I was like, you know what? He deserves an impersonation.
My
Because
man, my
I'm
man.
like, because like I said, there's a lot of people that kind of like are the same in a sense. You feel me? Like there's kind of like rinse and recycle and whatnot. And it's like you really stood out. So I'm like, okay, this young man, and he's switching cadences, he's switching flows, and you animated at the same time. And you know when to pick when to be aggressive, and when you punch, like it's kind of inside the punch at the same time. And then you have punches here and there, and then you got a different type of build up too. And like
Yeah.
I think I was gonna pick I was either gonna do your second or the third, and I was like, nah, that point at an object I spy. I'm like, nah, that's too
Yeah.
cold right there.
That's one of
That's
my
too
favorite
cold.
parts. That's one of
And
my
I was like,
favorite
you know
parts.
what? And then like at the beginning of what'd you catch? I forgot what you said, but Surf was like, this the energy right here. I was like, yeah, like I'm like,
Yeah.
there's a lot of different moving parts that I can go ahead and incorporate with this. Because but like the fans was in there, it was going crazy for you. So I was like, yeah, I can go ahead and
That's the
put this
part.
in there. I'm gonna put that in there
Smart.
and make this
Smart.
all come to life. Because I was
Yeah.
like, this, like I said, you deserve that impersonation, bro. It was
I
you. I'm
appreciate
not
it,
gonna lie,
man.
you was difficult as hell to go ahead and do,
Yeah, I
bro.
punch.
Like,
I do a lot of inside out punching. Like, for example, I said I think the heckler broke. It should never be Frankie Beverly before I let you go. Frankie Beverly made the song Before I Let You Go. Usually somebody would be like, before I let you go, like Frankie Beverly. I punch inside out. The Lincoln part, I've become so numb. Linkin Park, Numb. I've become so. It's like, instead of saying like the song, the rock band song, Linkin Park, fuck all that. Get on my page. You know what I'm saying? Like, get on my page. I really funny thing is it's crazy because he's kind of been being brought back up into the culture. But Lupe Fiasco said a minute ago they wanted him to dumb shit down. And once he stopped focusing on that, he really was like, no, get the fuck on my page. You know what I'm saying? Like Eminem, I'll let them he said I'll let them adjust until they just get the gist of me. I'll let them adjust until they just get the gist of me. And it's like little things like that, little pockets and little quotes like that I always keep. Like, man, fuck all that. Get on my page, because if you're getting on my page, I can continue to be me and not the person that you want me to be or you looking for me to be. And that way I have a fresher look, a fresher outlet, and I get all of my praise because I'm staying true and I'm not being somebody else. So yeah, that's what I'm off of, man.
Okay. So how did you come up with your name, G?
Actually, my happens really came from my name is Rashid, but so half of she happens throughout my whole life, right? I've been the type of guy that I've been up and I've been down, but I wear it well. So when I wear it so well that when I end up telling somebody about my problems or something like that, they be like, you gonna find a way to make it happen. Like, you always find a way to make it happen. And I'm like, I really started putting it through my whole life. It was my Instagram name because I was just looking for, something slick to say. And I was like, she happens, like, because at first I was like, it happens. I used to be like, man, it happens, man. It happens to the best of us. And then my man told me one day, you got to make she happen, though. And I'm like, I was like, you absolutely right. And I went with my Instagram name. Like, I was like, all right. And then when I decided to battle, I was like, what's going to be my name? I'm sitting up there like, what's going to be my name? What's going to be my name? I was like, I'm going with she happens. Then I started thinking strategically, like, okay, we say she enough, she happens. They're going to say shit happens and this and that. But after a while, what you got? After a while, like, what do you have? Like, cause I'm waiting for my name to be flipped multiple times, multiple times. I know that, but niggas like, let me see, for Rum Nitty. It's getting hard to flip Rum Nitty. It's getting hard. I'm seeing rappers because the rum flips are taking out. How many mojito bars are we going to keep hearing? Opportunity, community, unity. How many of those are we going to keep on hearing? His name has gotten damn near used up. That's why when somebody says something different, you hear me? We still good?
Yeah, we still good.
I can't hear you. I knew that was gonna happen. Say something again.
You hear me?
Okay, we good. I just got the call. Yeah, we good. But so I wanted my name to be a pun. One thing I learned about my opponents was after my opponents was done, they were excited to break down my name, but then they realized the normal flip of shit happens. Like, it's like, as much as you want it to be shit, it's not shit, it's she.
Right.
So it's like, now you got to break down she, because the typical, Mr. Shit happens is like, it don't sting as much in the ring. It don't sting in the ring. Like, outside the ring, it's like, whatever. But in the ring, it's like almost like battling a female. You bitch. We in the ring. It don't hurt that much in the ring. Type of thing like that. So I picked my name to just be a cliche or a pun, because if it's already in that form, you're going to have to find some way to break it down. So I'm getting a lot of she do it, or take the S off and let's take heed to it, or something like that. It's like, okay, thank you. Now what the next motherfucker gonna say? Nothing, because this person said that. So now when I hear something new, I can appreciate it. When I hear something old, I can say, blah, blah, blah said that. Murder just said that. Like, you didn't hear that? So it's like, that's just how I ran with my name, man. Putting happens together, she together, and me making things happen. And I love the feedback after. I just make this shit happen, make it work.
That's dope as hell, bro. That's dope as hell.
Appreciate it.
Real quick, how long you been growing your dreads, bro?
Since 05.
Since 05? I had to cut mine, man. I had to cut mine, bro.
2005, man. 2005, just started growing my hair. For real, I haven't had a haircut since 6th grade, man. I grew my hair because of Bone Thugs and Harmony. I was like, man, I want hair like
Yo,
Bone.
like
I want,
hit him with Mo murder,
yeah,
Mo
Mo
murder,
Murder,
Mo
yeah.
murder.
Hey, you
East
want to know?
99.
Nah.
I'm like, yo, I'm
Hey,
like,
you want to
nah,
know something,
bro,
man?
nah, nah. I
You want to
like
know
that.
something?
Bone was like, that's been one of my favorite groups as a kid, bro. Like that East 99 album is a straight up and down classic.
Do
And
people
you can
even know
play,
what the
you
disc
can put
look
that
like?
on today, and it'll still hit.
Do
It'll
they even
still
know?
hit.
Do they even know what the disc look like? That it was a silver disc with the hologram of the bone on it.
I
Do
don't
they
know,
even
bro.
know?
I
They
don't
so
know.
young that
I don't know.
I promise you. Like even in my first round, I say it's the art of war. It'll fuck up your disc too. I ain't showing no thug love. It's
See,
little
I
gems.
caught all that, bro.
I'm
I
like
caught all that.
it's little gems.
There
It's
was
like
a
I was
lot of
like,
shit
man,
you was
fuck it.
saying that I was catching from. Like that's what I was saying. Like you sucked me in. Pause in in the pause in the first round. I'm like, yo, this young man is different right now. The shit you saying is like it's not. It wasn't normal, bro. It wasn't normal. I've been watching battle rap for a minute, so I'm accustomed to hearing kind of like the same themes here and there. And what
Yeah,
you was saying was way different, bro. So I was like, that's why I was like, man, he gotta get a video up out of me, bro. It's
yeah,
mandatory. And I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah. I
after
appreciate
like I like I tagged you on Twitter, you was already following me, and I didn't even know that. I
Yeah,
was like,
yeah,
oh,
yeah.
he following me
I
already.
was already
Okay.
a fan, fool. I was
Yeah,
already a
man,
fan.
I was wild. I was wild. I was like, hold on a second, you already following me. Okay,
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
this is even
Yes, sir.
more confirmation. Let me go ahead and get this video out. Let me tell this
My
young man he's
man, my
about to get a
man, my man,
video. And then we
my
started
man,
chopping it up. I'm like, you know what? Let me see if I could go ahead and holler at him here and get
my
him
man,
on the Stony show right here, real brief.
my man, my man.
So, what got you into battle rap, bro?
I actually, I quit rap 4 or 5 times.
Oh, work.
My bad, my shit dying. I quit it like 4 or 5 times, man. I didn't know how let me plug this shit in. My bad. Let me plug this in. I didn't know how important it was to have an engineer. You know, like
Mm-hmm.
it's an engineer and a rapper need to damn near be best friends, like type of thing like that. So when I was ready to actually start rapping, well, first I started off in the DMV area, especially Maryland and DC. We got this culture called go-go, you know, go-go. And before you wanted to be a rapper, you wanted to be in a band. You wanted to be like the hood star, you know, type of thing.
Okay.
We didn't really care about rapping too much. We just didn't. That just wasn't our thing. We liked rap, we embraced it and things and so forth, but you wanted to be at the go-go because that's where all the party was at. So there's 4 responsibilities of it. There's 4 mics typically. There's a lead mic, there's a hype man, there's a singer, and then there's a rapper.
So
So
you were doing some temptation stuff like,
no,
shoo,
it's like a go-go, like it's like
shoo.
ain't nobody flat, ain't nobody saying, ain't nobody doing none of that. It's more so like it's drums, a lot of percussion. It's a lot of live work. They remix a lot of songs. So initially when you get the party going, you got the rapper freestyling type of thing,
Mm-hmm.
just freestyling. And I was helping one of my mans. He was actually in another band, and he decided to start his own. And so when he started his own, I kind of helped him a little bit. He's like, man, I gotta get you up there. Like, what's up? I said, man, I guess I'll be the rapper, you know, type of thing. And that's how
Mm-hmm.
I kind of started rapping. After that journey, after the whole band stuff ended, I started rapping as far as like, you know, on beat and things and so forth like that. And then I quit. You know, I just like, man, I'm all right. Life started hitting me. It wasn't
Mm-hmm.
until I had a job at the hospital and I'm working inventory, and I'm playing my iPod out. I said iPod, so you know how old that is. I'm playing my iPod out. Nothing that I'm playing is surprising me no more. If I get a new
Mm-hmm.
song, I don't wore it out type of thing because I played out my whole list. And then one day I just started mumbling to myself and I just started rapping, you know. And then I didn't know I inquired like the skill that I have now. I don't write down like damn near anything. Like, I don't write down
Oh, what?
anything. Yeah, I don't write down anything. It's like a double. I'm working double if I do. Like I'm writing it down, then I got to memorize it. If I memorize what I'm doing all break, I've skipped writing. So that just came from me working because I didn't have time. I'm moving boxes and this and that, this and that. So if I fuck up, I just start back to the top. Start back to the top. Kept on doing that. I didn't realize that attribute played a big factor in battle rap today, you know, type of thing. It helps me with that shit. So I end up quitting again. And I'm quitting again for a little while this time. Ace Amin comes out of jail. I've known Ace Amin since I was in high school.
Okay.
He gets out of jail or whatever, and he's on his grind. He's on his move. He ends up hitting me up like, yo, I'm like, man, what the fuck? Like, what's going on, man? What's up with you, man? You know, he had saw me post JC versus Twerk on my Snapchat. And he's like, man, what you know about this, man? I was like, man, I know everything about battle rap. I'm one of the biggest fans out here. We just got to chopping it up like we used to back in the day. And he was like, man, I'm fucking with the studio. Come to the studio. I was like, I ain't really been off of that type of shit. I sent him a clip of me just flowing real quick. He was like, man, what you about to do? Like, what are you doing with that? I said, all right, I'm gonna fuck with you at the studio. Came through the studio 2-3 times. With him, third time, we took a break. We started looking at a battle, and he just looked at me and was like, yo, fool, what you want to do, man? So what you talking about? He was like, man, you trying to do this battle shit? The lane is, look, we'll go. I'm trying to tell you, man, nobody's rapping like us. The lane is open. I said, all right. He said, yeah, because I'm about to book a battle. I said, all right. Man, he hollered at me 3 days later, so I'm booked. I'm like, whoa, brother. Like, not that quick, you know. So his first battle, he went against a rapper named So Super. Shout out to So Super. He went against him, and I'm in the background, and I kind of used Ace as a guinea pig. Like, I was like, man, go ahead, let me see what you do. He went crazy. So I was inspired. I said, all right, I'm gonna book me a battle. I ended up booking me a battle. My first battle, he was on the second battle. The interesting thing about it is I had my battle. Shout out to Young Stun. I had my battle, did my thing, won that battle. They shut down the upstairs and moved it downstairs. In between the transition, Ryder in New Jersey Twerk shows up in the building, right?
Okay.
Twerk had no idea who Ace was. Didn't know who he was. That's how much of like a real nigga he is. He sees Ace and makes a call. It's like, yo, I got a new PG. This nigga is crazy. Next thing you know, he got a PG and he took off. I was like, oh my fucking God. Like,
it only takes that right person to see you then.
That's all it takes. So, like, in all actuality, fool, I only been battling for 2 years. I've never battled a person a day in my life. Like, the most I ever did was, it's your turn to rap on the beat, then it's my turn to rap type of thing on the cipher. But never, hey, I don't like your mother. Fight your brother. I wasn't offered none of that. I've never battled anybody a day in my life. So this shit was just so
crazy.
So new to me. Yeah. So I only been battle rapping for a real 2 years. Real. Never was on the corner battle rapping. Never was doing that a real 2 years. So that's how I got started, man. That's how I got started.
What was the first battle that you watched?
My first real battle that I ever watched was B-Rabbit versus Lickety Split. I'm being honest. B-Rabbit versus Lickety Split. I'm being honest with you. Tank Top when he went against Lotto next. You know, it inspired me so much that I started looking at Fight Club on MTV.
Okay.
I see Serious Jones. You know what I'm saying? I started looking at the BT joints. Jen, you know what I'm saying? I started looking at
that's way back in the day. The BT days, bro, that's way back in the day.
Way back in the day. I mean, like I started, that's where I started from. You know what I'm saying? Like, Eminem's my favorite rapper. Like, he's just my favorite rapper. So when I was investing into the movie, I'm like, man, this shit is crazy. I wanted more battle rap. You know, because culture, he kind of opened my eyes up. So I knew about battle rap, but I wasn't too invested in it. But after just seeing that, I wanted that hunger. I was like, man, that story was so crazy to me that I just applied that, imagining when I'm looking at Fight Club and all these other, like, what background did he come from? What did he do? What did he do? This and that. So I just got more and more invested. And next thing you know, I made my way over to Smack. I'm seeing, you know, Loaded Lux versus Murder Mook. You know what I'm saying? I'm seeing Murder Mook versus Jay Mills. You know what I'm saying? I'm seeing all of these battles, and I'm like, man. And what ended up happening was I became a fan, and I fell in love with battle rap because there was at one point where rap was losing its identity, auto-tuned out. It was a rock star phase. Party Like a Rock Star was out. You know, it was like a totally dude.
It did a lot.
Wanted
It
change.
really did change a lot, bro.
It didn't
I kind of
change.
I got a problem with hip hop now too. Like
Me
maybe it's
too.
just because I'm getting old, bro. Like I don't know, but it's like I come from, you know, I was born in '86, and so
Yes.
you know I'm accustomed to listening to the '90s music all the way up until like I would say maybe like the 2010 is
Yeah.
when, you know, that's like that good era. You know, like
Yeah.
G
Yeah.
Unit
Yeah.
was one of my favorite groups. I was rocking I had the G Unit chain, the spinner,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
G
Yeah.
Unit sneaks. I was G Unit out.
Yeah.
50
Yeah.
was one of my favorites. I
Yup.
remember the Up in Smoke tour
Yup.
with M,
When
Snoop.
Get Rich or Die Trying came out, it
That was game
changed.
changer.
Fool, I literally remember I was like, I literally had like maybe like $10 or $12, and I was like, do I want to get the this Get Rich or Die Trying CD, or do I want to get some Popeyes? I chose to get the CD over food. I was like, my man about to get Popeyes. Maybe if I can get a couple fries up off of them, I'll be all right while we listen to the CD type of shit. Like, that's how we gonna balance it out. When I tell you, like, that was rap to me, you know what I'm saying? And then it just got lost. And I always tell people, battle rap saved my content in rap, because when it lost its identity, I went to battle rap. And I was like, if y'all want to hear lyrics, go over here. Go over here. These niggas are rapping to no beat and they going crazy. So every time the hip hop kind of lost its identity, battle rap always stayed true. And that's why I think it gets so much praise, because it's the rawest form type of thing. It's like, let me see what you got to say. No beat, no nothing, right here, like type of thing. So that
it's all one take. It's all one take. That's why I really commend what y'all do, man, because y'all got X amount of time to, you know, get your material down, and then you got to just spit it off, you know, just on one take. So it's like I can understand, you know, a slip up or a choke here and there. But you know, like I think as fans we get so conditioned to like, okay, you're supposed to rap all the way straight through. And I know I have a problem with that sometimes. Like I gotta go ahead and kind of sometimes I gotta train myself to give, you know, people a pass. But there's always people that you hold to a high standard. Then it's like, oh man, like not right now, bro. Especially when your person going good or whatever the case is. But it's like I know from just talking to a couple of you battle rappers I'm able like to kind of like have an understanding and, you know, build a rapport and you know, kind of give y'all a pass here and there on certain things, because I know how hard it is to go ahead and write for somebody and spend X amount of time on one individual and it taking away from your personal life. And so
facts.
I had to kind of deal with that when I'm doing these impersonations and trying to keep up with battle rap, and it just moves so fast. I had issues with wifey at one point in time, you know, the kids, because, you know, events is coming on every other week. So it's like I had to realize, like, hey, y'all probably going through the same shit that I'm going through, but on a higher level.
Yo,
you feel me?
On that note, to piggyback off of that, as a fan, I used to be, you know, I would hear battle rappers say, you know, they wouldn't have a good show, and they're like, man, just so much shit I was going through. I'm like, nigga, toughen up.
Yeah.
I used to, and then until I got into battle rap, where life is mixing into your creative space, you know, it's like, even being sick, I was sick for 4 days in the start of this tournament, and people might think, well, you're laying down, you're not certain things just fuck you up creatively. And it's like I really didn't know until I was in the game that, yo, wifey doing this, baby mom's doing this, pops doing this and that, all these intangibles are obstacles in the creative space. You know, you would just think that,
Facts.
oh, it's like these are like mental injuries. You know, as a NFL player or basketball player might tear their Achilles or something like that. It's equivalent to us like, yo, man, motherfucker, I just got evicted. I got found and I got a battle next week. You think you're trying to rhyme Microwave Dave with you know, like I gotta move boxes, I gotta find somewhere to go, I gotta do this. Hey man, my car just got repoed, or hey man, I just got fired, this and that. But you got a battle coming up this weekend, type of thing.
Right.
And when you spit them lyrics, and they're like, man, just something was off about him. Life was off about me. So it's like I tell people this all the time. Sometimes it's hard to carry a conversation without stumbling, let alone rapping. And this shit is a game. It's the stumbling is so crucial that people just forget. You know what I'm saying? Like if we run it parallel to football, pause. It's a game of inches. You can be at the goal line, 4th down, 2 seconds left, and not make it into the end zone and lose the whole game. That can be a stumble. You know what I'm saying? The stumble can cost you a round, a whole round. Everything you did, a stumble. Like, man, 4-5. I'm gonna tell you because you did the impersonation. It was supposed to be Tesla though was before Blow.
I kind of figured that. I kind of figured that because
Like,
you went on ahead and you kind of like you went on ahead and messed your words up.
Yeah,
so I kind of caught that right there.
Yeah, when you did it, I mixed them. It was supposed to be arms raised like a Tesla though. The tech, because tech and Tecmo Bowl are closer to each other. But I ended up spacing it by putting Tesla dough in between it. So it's supposed to be arms raised like a Tesla dough, the Tecmo blow. I put a helmet on the cartridge like Tecmo Bowl. Right there, I'm like, you even caught it when you redid it. I'm like, something as much as that can throw off your whole next bar. It can throw off. I just knew, fuck it. End it with Tecmo Bowl. Who cares? They'll never know. And just get it back. It's some rappers who fuck around and they mess up one word and now they get into their own head.
It completely messes it up. And I noticed that once I started doing impersonations with y'all, because when I don't get like it's weird as it sounds, like I gotta transform into y'all, man. And it's like just the word "the" could completely mess everything up. If it's supposed to be,
you might be saying and that the. It might be
exactly. If I put the instead of lead right there, it completely messes the whole line up, and it's like, oh damn! Now I got to go ahead and start all over again, and then I'm got to look and see, okay, what was this person doing? How did they move as far as how they went on ahead and said that? Okay, so let me go ahead and redo that right there. And then sometimes I still get the instead of lead and keep messing up. So it's like, damn, I can't imagine what y'all got to go through personally when you up on that stage trying to get them bars out and you mix one word up and it completely throws everything off.
And
like that's
in the background. That's ass. You know what I'm saying? Like it's so many things you got to deal with on that stage. I really go into a tunnel vision, to be honest with you. I go into a tunnel vision where I don't even see my opponent. I blur my eyes. I just blur my eyes. Like I lose focus. I just literally take the focus out of my eyes. That's how I can even look straight into somebody's face without looking at them, period. I just unblur my eyes. I just know there's an image there and let's go, like type of thing. Just nobody else is here but me, like type of thing. How I look at shit is like, hey man, there's no cool way of doing this shit, man. There's no cool way. I mean, there is cool ways. Let me not say that Goods is a cool motherfucker up there. He barely even fucking sweat. But what I mean by my style is there's no cool way of doing my style. It comes off like lethargic, like you don't give a fuck, like lackadaisical, like you got to go all the way in. So some of the best advice I even got in the beginning of my shit was let go. Like just let go, man. Let go. Whoever you are, let go and allow us to know who you are. Because if not, it's going to come off like you're pretending to be somebody else. So that's why like a lot of my supporters are like, man, you're doing it and you're doing it your way. You're doing it your way, so I'm getting a lot of respect from that
You're
side.
unique,
So
bro. You're
appreciate that, man.
absolutely unique. A smooth breath of fresh air in the culture as far as mine as far as I'm concerned, right there.
I
Um,
appreciate it, man. Definitely.
now here's another one. How do you come up with the stuff you be saying, bro? Like how?
Man,
How is that? How do you do that?
it's literally the school. What I mean by the school is I got a circle niggas that I run my shit past, and we're so brutal. We're so brutal. Like sometimes you're sitting there with 4 bars, you're like, I don't want to call the school. They're gonna
Ha.
kill me. Like they're gonna kill me. And then next thing you know, it might make it, it might not, but it's all in efforts to push each other. So what that does is you're not calling people off the first thought that you had. You're like, let me
Hmm.
make this better. Let me do this. Let me do it. You're exhausting all of your options. Unless the bar is just that crazy. Most of the time, I exhausted all of my options. Like, all right, can I say this different? Can I make this? Oh, it sounds better this way. This and that, this and that, this and that. Like, I bet. Blah, 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 blah. That was fire. Or, man, that was terrible, but I like the idea. You know, type of thing. And you just
Hmm.
keep mixing it up. After a while of each other just calling each other ass and being brutally honest, the crazy thing about it is we've tried to let other people into our circle, but they can't handle the criticism. And we're not even
Hmm.
saying it along the lines of, like, you're a terrible person. We're just saying that that thought was trash. And if you can't handle that, if you too sensitive with that, then you need to go ahead and go, because these fans are going to kill you when you say it
Right.
out there. It got to start in here in gym. That Kobe is in the gym talking about, I see why we've been losing, because y'all motherfuckers soft. Y'all
Hmm.
shawman. Y'all ain't shit. I see. You got to be like that in practice, because I'm not going to, oh, all right, I'm going to step it up in here because it's going to pay off, you know, in the arena type of thing. So I'm more so how when I construct my bars, the first thing I think about is the normal person to say it this way. Let's say it a different
Hmm.
way. Let's say it a different way. If I really like it, let's change my voice. If I really
Mm.
like it, I'm gonna change my voice, type of thing like that. Sometimes I need to work on my breath control, certain areas where my voice need to go, but other areas, most of the time I hit, you know, like most of the time I hit. When I miss, I miss. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with falling on my face, and I'm here for all the criticism, because in all actuality, whether people are brutal or not, it's still criticism. And I can sharpen up on certain things, apply that, and then ain't nothing better than giving that hater nothing to say now. It's like, oh,
Right.
you ain't got shit to say now, huh? Yeah, like you don't know it. I kind of took that, what you said, ran with it, changed it just to shut you the fuck up, like type of thing.
Hmm.
So you know, I just try to think different. Like I said, Eminem is one of my favorite rappers, period. And just how different he is, man. I just always be like, man, he has this, he has these cadences that I told myself that the lane of cadences is wide open. That's why we see rappers like Real Sick. You know, all of a sudden it'll sound like he's on a track out of nowhere, you know,
Right.
type of thing. And the way he would do it is he would rap, you know, his style, and then, like, let's say for instance 4 bars, something in the no, fin in the kin in the bin in the end in the no, tail run back like a, and then he punches at the very end. He does him, and then he'll punch at the end to get the consumers back on his page, type of
Hmm.
thing. It's like,
I met with
so
I met with Real Sick too. Real Sick is fire. He was
that
one of
nigga's
the ones that
fire.
I on
Shout
the
out to
first
Real
Ultimate
Sick, man.
Madness. I was like, yo, he different too. He different too.
Yeah,
And
that's
it's I
one of my
noticed like I
favorite.
noticed too. A lot of people, a lot of fans don't really like different. They kind of would rather I guess you would say there because we're accustomed to a certain type of battle rapper. So when somebody new comes in with a different type of style, sometimes we like to go ahead and push that person off to the side and focus on what we currently have. And
Mm-hmm.
instead of actually allowing this person and embracing them and giving that individual a chance. And so
Facts.
like I
Different is
said, man,
scary.
it's kind of crazy, but man, like you blaze that stage, bro. You
I
blaze that
appreciate it,
stage.
man. I appreciate my one of my goals was I'm looking at the I'm looking at the winners of all the Ultimate Madnesses, and they all had something in common. They ran up the score with punches. They ran them up. So you got people like Tone Bro up there who is a great analyst who break down shit, right? So if Tone Bro goes first and he takes majority of the things that you said, the next judge literally has nothing else to talk about. They either piggyback and then they like, all right, this and that. But if you run up the score, they'll say, hey, Tone, you forgot about this one, man. That was crazy, this and that. Then the next judge will say, oh, well, wait, what about this one? You give them enough bars that you run up the score. So when it's time to sit back and look at it, you're looking at your paper, you saw Gaddis. She like, man, look at all this shit I wrote, like type of thing. You run up the score. So now even visually, it's like, forget what it was said. Look how much I got written on this paper versus this MC right here. It could be, some of the things could be heavier, but then we start canceling out shit. Like, okay, this can go with this. This bar was better than this. Okay. But then if you ain't got nothing to match up, it's kind of like spades. I'm going to run the table. Bing. Okay. Okay. Let's pull out the king. Okay. Boom. Let's pull out the ace. Boom. Let's pull out the jack. Next thing you know, you're out of cards. You know, and now I'm getting my books, like type of shit like that. So that's how I look at shit. Run up the score. I saw Rum Nitty punch niggas face off. I saw Fonz punch his whole way up there. Even Holmesy the God kind of changed his style and punched a lot faster. So with this, that's why my second round, I think I punched in the beginning of my round. I punched so much, like almost every other bar I punched. I was Legs of Steel, Lieutenant Dan, Lenum, Selena, Murdered by Your Biggest Fan, Sandra Bland. Like it was.
What was the? You said something something with like a leg shot, like it was something
Right in the thigh.
Yeah.
Inner thigh, like right inner thigh, Murder, like Sean Taylor. You know, type thing like that. And the slick thing that I did with that. I apologize.
You took that on into the you said that in the, I think it was in the first, you said that. And then you piggybacked on that in the beginning of the second round.
How many people done that? How many people done that?
I'm like, who is it? Who is he? Who is this young man? That's what I was telling you, man. I'm like, nah, bro. Who is he? Like, what's wrong with this young man?
What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to be the overall package. I've been through Ace Amin's whole journey. I've been right there. So seeing his trials, his errors, things so forth, seeing how fans loved him, they turned on him type of thing, saw his branding, saw his marketing. I studied and I learned a lot. I was already studying. That's why, like, when I got into the game, I just knew when it was my turn what to do, you know, already, because I was so close to it. We got marketing, we got trophies, I got my brand shirts, I got you know, this as far as promo, you know, my promo separation, my interviews, who's doing intros and interviews type of thing like that. Like, it's like, let's take over the whole game. Let's do a lot of things that everybody is not doing. Let's refresh this game back up. And why not start it with me type of thing? Because the next person do it, I'm going to give you your props, but I could easily have done that as well. So, you know, how I look at this shit is like, yo, try to be the overall package, you know, try to be up there with some style, with some lyrics and performance. Motherfuckers either got style, and then they lack in the lyrics, or they got performance, and they lack in the lyrics. Or somebody have lyrics all day, but don't fucking move. It's like, man, you got to do something, man. You just sitting up there still type of shit. So I try to just become the full package. You know, my next, I said this a couple of times, like my next attribute that I want to inquire along the line is rebuttaling, freestyling, rebuttaling type of thing.
If everything is all off the top, all programmed in your mind, that shouldn't be a problem for you, because you're not putting anything on pad right there. So that shouldn't be an issue for you right there.
Thing is, my issue is, to be honest with you, it's hard for me to think on the spot when somebody is feeding my brain new rhymes. I'm so interested in what you got to say to me that I'm listening with one ear and trying to create with the other ear. If I can learn how to just turn off my MC, like that, just turn them off and think on my own. If I can be able to grab a bar that I like and then turn them off, like cut them off. But I'm one of those guys that my ears are always open. You know, I'm always one of the guys like, man, I heard that. Like, I heard that type of thing, like, or this and that. My ears are always open. So my issue that I've been running across now, I've been more so like, man, that was fire. Think of something. Man, 4, 5, something, and it's in your head. New information is coming in your head. And I'm like, what the fuck was I about to rhyme with? Like, what's going
Mm-hmm.
on? I'm also, man, I be smoking. So I got my short-term memory. It'll go like that. I'm one of them guys that be like, yeah, man, just to, what the fuck was I about to say? I'm one of them. I'm like, fuck. It was fuck. I'm like, it was.
I used to do that all the time, bro. I had to low key slow down for a quick minute because I'm like, yo, I'm over here forgetting the smallest thing. Like
Crazy,
what?
right?
Like,
Crazy,
because I got epilepsy too, so it's like that's one of my main issues. Like, did I take my medicine today? Like, no,
yeah,
wait,
man.
I was just in the kitchen. Like,
Man.
and I'm like, I go like, okay, I'm like standing in the kitchen. Okay, I know I did something. I drank some juice.
I done walk to my closet and be like, what the fuck
Yeah,
am I in here for?
exactly. And
Like,
then
what
it's
am I?
like, I know, did I take them out the bottle and put them back in? Like,
Yeah, fact.
and it's like, nah, I can't even remember. I'm gonna just take it again.
Facts, man.
So
Yes,
it be like that.
that's what I
It
be
be
on,
like that.
man. That's what I be on out here bar and be like, that was fire, rebuttal it. New bars are now entering, and I'm like, fuck that. I don't like none of that. Go back to the one you thought about. Fuck, it's gone. Like, and I'm like, damn. And when I tell you it's gone, it be out of there. Like, it be out of there.
Right.
And I know it's right there. I've never one of them guys like, it's right there. It be out of there type of thing. So once I get over that, issue right there, I'm sure I'll be able to inquire some shit. I'm sure I'll be able to, because that's one of the things I've seen. I give Geechee Gotti his flowers all the time with that. I've actually seen him say he wanted to start doing that. I've studied this shit, and then he started doing it, and I'm like, damn, like that's and it saved a lot of his rounds too, man. And
Right.
the momentum that if you could take something that MC has said and rebuttal that, the momentum that the counter attack is a lot stronger, man. We see motherfuckers like Chef Trez do that shit all the time.
He crazy with it, bro. He crazy with it.
A-Ward is
Him and Bangs is crazy
Bangs
with the
is
rebuttal.
ridiculous. I know for a fact that Bangs sometimes might just have like a couple bars, and he goes
Yeah, he
into
come
this
in
shit
there
like,
with just straight freestyle, bro.
and like,
Straight
man, I'm gonna
freestyle.
just take whatever he said and just make it better. Like, I know that for a fact. I've seen rounds where I'm like, he's literally have not said anything fresh. This is everything off of his opponent. That is ridiculous to me. I be seeing Chef Trez, A-Ward, and after they would finish the freestyle, they're like, you also said something about, I'm like, how do you remember your bars and what they also said? And then we're five rebuttals in. Like, how did you remember that much and incorporate it into your shit? I'm like, man, that's a talent right there, man. And if I can start tapping into that bag, I think that would be a lot more dangerous. That would be a really dangerous attribute for me. So that's my next thing, whether it starts small, something quick, this and that, because they reached a new level of mid-round rebuttals. Mid-round rebuttals is a whole different level, because
Yeah, I don't know how they be doing that, bro. Like you got your whole regular material and then you bust out a rebuttal. Like that's
and
crazy.
Then go back.
That's
I've
crazy.
seen DNA said, now back to what I was saying. I'm like,
right.
fuck. Like, I'm like, all right, man, these motherfuckers are crazy. So, that's one of the attributes that I wanna work on. I'm gonna try to perfect my craft as much as I can, and also try to work on that.
Yeah, I got you. Well, yo, I know you're not really focused on the. I was going to ask you about a hit list, but you focus on the tourney right now.
Focus on the tournament. But no. I don't have a hit list. Per se, I wanna battle everybody, but I've gone on record to say this plenty of times, and I want to like kind of clarify. They're like, yo, who's like a battle that you just like, all right, give me a battle that you like, I gotta battle this person. The person I always say is Rum Nitty. Rum Nitty is a face of battle rap right now.
That's my favorite battle right there.
That's my favorite battle
He from AZ, so that's my guy right there.
Nitty, New Jersey Twerk, Jack Boy Maine is my top three battle rappers, man.
See, Jack is different, and he like when I hollered at him, he told me the way he actually structures his bars is all like just if he told me like just for instance he just walking down the street and he sees McDonald's. It's like, okay, what can I rhyme with McDonald's that's gonna go with this opponent right here? And I'm like, yep, you do it all off the top like that. And
Yeah,
he
yeah,
told me instead of doing 1 minute videos to try to do whole rounds. So I was
yeah.
like, okay,
Hmm.
I think I could actually do that right there.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
going to
yeah,
take a little bit more time, but I
yeah,
think with the way my mind works, I think I'd be able to do something like that.
yeah, yeah,
And in
yeah,
which case,
yeah.
I started pumping out longer rounds right there. So that's like probably if you saw my
Yeah,
YouTube
yeah,
channel,
I've been seeing that.
I
Yeah.
did your whole damn round right
Yeah,
there.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's fire. That's fire. I definitely saw the link to it, and I was like, damn, man, I'm still humble for that, man. You know, just to get anybody just, you know, Jay-Z always said, like, he started rapping because he just wanted people to feel what he was saying. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Just, do you feel me, though? You know, like one of them type of, you know what I'm saying? So that's the most flattering thing about lyrics is, you know, I'm sitting up there watching Nitty and Geechee Gotti in front of Drake. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then to hear Drake, you know, I'm sure Drake is one of their favorite rappers or rapper that they fuck with. Just to hear Drake in the next clip, you know, when they breaking shit down, repeat your bars, something that
Yeah.
you liked and you created another rapper. Man, that's the most humbling thing you can get, man. It's like, man, that something that started right here on my pad or in my head or in my notepad is now being said by this multi-billion-dollar rapper type of thing. Somebody
Hmm.
just quoting you is similar to, you know, what, let's say for instance you make a joke and Kevin Hart retweets it. It's like, what the fuck? You know, like, man,
Right.
I made him laugh. Like, it's just flattering, man. So, you know, it's still so fresh and so new to me. I run across a lot of battle rappers who've been battling for 7 years, 8 years, 10 years, 12 years, and they've lost the passion. You know, they
Hmm.
lost it through their journey. They've been frustrated, things and so forth. So if I come off so happy and things and so forth, because I haven't gone through a lot of the frustration. You know, I've told myself when I jumped in this shit, we're going all the way. We're going all the way because my initial thought was if I don't get a response that I want when I signed up, then I'm out of here. I was like, I'm out of here again. I'm out of here again. Let me try battle rap and let's see if I can get some response from that. And boom, like, I'm here now. You know what I'm saying? Talking to battle rap thing. What it do, bro?
That's dope,
You know what
bro.
I'm saying?
That's dope,
So,
bro.
yeah.
Well, so all right, man. I think we got all the questions out the way. You got it. I kind of at this point, I kind of give it to you know I'll give it to you if you have any questions for me here.
Man. What's your prediction for the UM4? Like, who do you? Well, first of all, how do you like the class? How do you like the class? What you
The
seeing
class
about it?
is nice.
Okay.
And I was really impressed by a couple people. True Foe stood out to me.
Mm-hmm.
So I know you're gonna have your hands full with that right there.
Next.
Um, True, I like True Foe.
Shout out
What
to
is it? I
True
think his name
Folk,
is
man.
Kid Slade. Kid
Kid
Slade, if I'm not
Slade, Plug
mistaken.
Talk,
He
Plug Talk.
nice. Who was another one of them? As much hate as NXT gets, like he was my favorite coming into the battle and into the tournament right there. So
Mm-hmm.
I like as much hate. I don't know why people hate him so much. It's probably just because he's like a lot of people saying he's being forced down our throats and whatnot, which I don't personally think. I mean that's kind of like he's got the spotlight. So
Yeah.
you're supposed to make the most of the spotlight of what you had, and so
Yeah.
he's doing what he's supposed to do. But
He even
yeah, so
addressed
a
it.
couple of y'all stood out right there. I did have him as a favorite. I
Mm-hmm.
did. What was it? He battled Elijah. Elijah is crazy. He real crazy.
I
He
actually
got
thought
busy on stage.
real quick, two things. Uh, Max literally addressed his situation in a battle with Elijah Strait. He said, "Look, y'all, I was in the crucible. They took me out. What would you do? Would you stay in the crucible, or would you go to a bigger plate?" He just went
Right.
with what's going on, type of thing. So you can't blame the motherfucker who's getting pulled. If I'm in high school and the Lakers call me to play, you think I give a fuck about what Duke's saying or you know
Hell
what I'm
no.
saying? I'm on my way type of thing like that. Like you can't blame him. Elijah Straight and the next thing, Elijah Straight, I actually thought that was the biggest threat in the tournament to me personally. I'm listening to him, and when I tell you I did some quick homework. It was certain people that I didn't know. I didn't know Bose. I didn't know too much
Bose
about
is
Real
nice
Name
too.
Brandon. I knew about Next. I knew about Kid Slade. I didn't know about MVP too much. So I'm doing a little bit of homework, and Swervo told me to check out Elijah Straight. I said, all right, I'm gonna check him out. I check him out, and I'm like, wait a fucking minute. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm listening. I actually thought that was the biggest threat to me in the tournament. And now that he's out of it, it's like, I was like, all right, let's go. Like, let's go. I actually wanted to see what was good with him too. I sparred with him as well. And I'm listening to him. I'm like, yo, you are fired. Like type of thing.
He gonna be a problem, bro. He's
Yes.
definitely gonna be a
He
problem.
hungry
I
too.
I know I
Hungry.
tweeted
He
out. I
hungry.
said, yeah, he here to stay. He here to stay. And regardless of what happened in the tournament, he deserves another plate. That boy is
Shout out to
crazy.
him. Shout out to
He gets
him, man.
busy,
Trophy
busy.
for Elijah. Trophy for Elijah. I already
Facts,
gave him
facts,
his.
facts.
Matter of fact, I don't just be throwing these up, just be throwing up, man. I'm gonna try to make sure I get you one of these, man.
I appreciate it, G. That's love. That's love right there.
Definitely. But I ain't really got no other questions, man. I'm about to try to get logged back in, get my shit in order so I can give you more content to talk about next time. This ain't the end for us right here, man. We're gonna chop it up some more, man. This ain't no one and done type of interview, man. We're gonna chop it up some more. Yeah, definitely.
That's a fact. If you got some bars, I want to hear when we get off of here.
Oh,
You
yeah,
got a little bit of bars right here. I'm trying to hear something.
Yeah,
I'm trying to get the
I'm
behind
one
the
of them
scenes.
I'm one of them guys. You're not gonna hear shit until it's constructed. Like if I ain't got 3 rounds and I got 1 round, I won't let you hear anything until my first round done. Like
Gotcha.
I don't halfway go or nothing. Be like, I'm gonna give you the whole show right here, and then I'm gonna be like, all right, I don't have a second and a third type of thing. So, you know, when I get my shit constructed, oh yeah, I can holler at you, definitely.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah, I'm hoping. Since I saw you, man, I think I got you. I think you're going to advance. You advance into the next round. But I honestly think, man, you might just make it to the finals because of your uniqueness and how what your delivery and everything
You're a
is.
smart man. You
So
are a
like,
smart man.
I really think you're gonna make it to the finals. I'm not sure exactly who else is going to be in the finals with you. Yeah, but I gotta see next round and see how that plays out. But I definitely got you in the finals after your first performance because there's nobody like you in this tournament. And if you can continue the way you've been going right now, man, into your second round, it's a wrap right there.
I appreciate it, man.
Wrap.
Definitely appreciate it, man. Definitely, man.
Go ahead and sign me out, G.
Hey, man, this shit happens with Battle Rap Fiend, man. Chopping it up as always. Big trophies in this fucking building, man. We out this motherfucker, man.
Salute.
Come on! You know I got you. Yeah. 1.